Ventura. 4 scary stories with footage. That title is awful. I'm gonna just pass. I already know it's gonna be awful. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it. I'm sure they're gonna be very scary. These will be scary. Oh my god. It's a fucking dirty bathtub! Get the fuck out!
I live in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. It was a Tuesday night. I was laying on my bed trying to get some sleep. I laid there for about 3 hours until I decided to get up and take a walk around my neighborhood just to clear my head. It was 2 in the morning. I was walking down the street.
He's a tier 1 killer fly.
I remembered there's an abandoned building in our neighborhood. I decided to visit it. People say that this building is haunted, and I've always wanted to see what's inside of it. The building itself looked really creepy. Broken windows, a huge metal door which said no entry with red paint. As an 18-year-old college student, I wanted to be adventurous. I climbed through one of the broken windows and got inside the building. I took out my phone and started to record.
Thanks to tier 1 big wiener.
Just to let you guys know, my phone works completely fine. There's no problem with it. The place was really dark. The only source of light in that building was from my phone. It took me a couple of seconds to realize I was inside a small room. I walked out the door into the hallway. It was an apartment.
This is pretty scary, holy shit.
I was doing commentary while recording to make it look cool. I got out of the apartment and into the main hall of the building.
It's pretty cool.
Here's a picture of the main hall. On the left side of the elevator, there's a small passageway which leads to a really small room under the stairs, as seen in this picture. I went there to investigate. When I got close to the room, I heard a clicking noise from the first door. I was frozen for a split second. I walked back to the main hall, still recording.
Thanks for some crayons.
Then I heard a loud sound of metal dropping on concrete.
Oh god!
I crapped my pants. I wanted to get the hell out of there, but something inside me told me to go upstairs and find out what it was. I started walking up the stairs as slowly as I could. I don't even know what I was expecting to see up there. I got to the first floor. As usual, it was dark, but it got colder. This event took place.
Then I brought out my EMF reader.
So it was hot outside. I'm into paranormal stuff, and when I suddenly felt cold, I firmly believed something was going on here. I should have turned back, but I still wanted to see where that sound came from. There were 4 apartments on each floor. I investigated all 4 of them and saw nothing. A chill ran down my spine when I realized the whole second floor and the ground floor were covered in sand. There was no concrete and no sign of anything metal. The cold temperature on the floor and the
tier
fact
1
that I was
iridescent
alone gave me the chills. I hurried down the stairs, made my way back to the apartment, climbed out through the window, and ran back to my home. When I got home, I drank gallons of water, calmed myself down, and took out my phone. I wanted to hear that sound again, so I played the video.
Can I hear it?
The audio in the video was messed up. My commentary wasn't there at all. Like I said earlier, there's no problem with my phone. It works fine.
Interesting.
I didn't get any sleep that night. I told my friends about it, and they told me that it was really stupid to go inside that building alone. I didn't delete the video. I decided to keep it as a memory. Fast forward to December. I was going through my gallery, and I came across that video. I decided to play it. I fast forwarded to the part where I heard the sound. And surprisingly, that sound is clearly heard in the video.
Good!
I don't know how it could be heard clearly, but here's a small clip from the video.
Zoinks!
I got goosebumps and closed my phone. I promised myself not to go near that building ever again.
Oh, that's the whole story. I heard a metal crash, and I went upstairs and found sand.
Let me start out by saying, I'm a non-believer of the paranormal until this night. I was with 4 buddies. I won't list any names for safety reasons. We went to hang out and talk in an old, supposedly haunted trailer late at night. The owner and multiple people who lived there all told me that it was haunted by demons, and me being the new guy to the group, I needed to...
Why would demons haunt a fucking trailer?
Consisted of walking into the haunted back room.
We're gonna escape hell to live in something worse than hell.
I walked in and then quickly
fucking trailer in the middle of the woods.
My friends thought it was hilarious and went to prove to me that it was all not real. I went behind them to record them and see if we could get any proof of the demon. My friend went to open the closet, and that's when I got spooked by a loud audible crash in the closet and ran away. My friend thought it was hilarious.
Thanks
And
for
after more
Armin.
convincing, dragged me back inside the house to record him. My buddy and I got outside of the trailer to rewatch our footage, and what we caught scared me beyond belief.
Dude, I just heard shit in the closet.
Oh god. It's a meth head. He's in there.
Yo, bro. Oh, fuck! Hey.
My god.
What the fuck? Oh, shit!
The demons aren't very strong. They're
Oh.
trapped in a closet. They're defeated that easily, huh?
Look at this fucking video! Chase, look at this! Dude, I saw it. Get the hell out of there, dude!
The closet opening and closing, loud knocking and windows being tapped on. All the while I captured orbs outside of the room.
Orbs?
I was outside waiting for my friend to come back out. I heard the trash cans rattle and immediately called my friends out. We didn't see them move, but a little later on we had things thrown at us from an unknown place.
What?
I had a
Oh my
live
god.
bullet tossed into my leg, and one more land inches away from my buddy's
Spitballs? Is it the high school
have no
bullies
video.
again?
You were making that shit. Wait, if you're there, then who's throwing shit?
Huh? I just came back from smoking with Roy. Yeah.
There's a tier 1
I
chief.
took a hit and it kept walking.
The resub jail.
We have actual fucking proof of that ghost.
Eventually we went to get out after I practically dragged my friend into the car, only to have our car alarm go off as we opened the car door. When we got home, my buddy showered and said his back hurt, and when I checked, I saw he had multiple scratches up and down his back, as you can see in this image.
Oh my god! Fuck. That was horrifying.
It was a normal evening. My best friend and I decided to go for a walk. It was around 10 o'clock in the evening, so it was as dark out as it was gonna get.
Exactly,
I
Gothic.
live in a
It's a
small
tier 1
village,
fancy
so we
pant
usually
and the
just
bits
walk around the
fancy.
streets. There weren't many people out at this hour. We were kind of just walking and talking. A little while into our walk, we started to head
Hey,
home.
thanks, Tassix.
We went up some hill, which led to the little town area and the only store we had in our village. But as soon as we came up the hill, we saw a weird-looking figure in the distance. It looked like an abnormally tall woman covered in a sheet of some sort, and it had its neck tied with a string or a rope.
Oh god.
This is the video we took of the figure.
Whoa! Oh, it's La Llorona! Get the fuck out of there, quick! Jesus Christ!
Honestly, it reminded us of the movie The Nun.
Ah,
It was really hard to see since it was totally dark and the streetlights weren't exactly the brightest. It was moving very slowly, and it was waddling left and right like it was drunk or injured or something. We couldn't figure out if it was walking our way or not because it was moving so
is it
slowly.
a tier 3 gift sub,
It was
monk?
a really disturbing
And the gift
sight
sub
at that
Tassix,
moment
thank you.
at that hour of the night. After half a minute of standing there, we realized it was walking towards us. We ran as fast as we could when we realized it didn't even have a visible face or just anything to take note of
Nice bonus.
specifically. We walked around to go home, hoping we wouldn't see her again, but we thought we would, because if we calculated it right, we would meet again on one intersecting street, but luckily we didn't.
What?
The next day, I told my friend about what happened, and she told me she also saw her, or it, while she was driving with her sister past the bar, which is on the street we thought we would see her again. She moved slower than us, and I really don't know how we missed her, but luckily we did. My friend described the figure just as horrifically as it appeared from the distance to us that night, and since that night, we never saw her again.
Oh man, that is fucking horrifying. Jesus Christ. You found an injured old lady at night and you didn't help her.
This just happened
Asshole.
a couple days ago. This isn't something that happened to
He's a
me,
tier 1 Terry.
rather something that
Prime
happened
Zach.
to a family friend. Our family friend, who I'll call Buddy for the sake of this video, believes that something has attached itself to him. Something paranormal. It started when he moved into a new house. Almost right away, Buddy and his family started experiencing paranormal activity, such as shadows and voices.
He's the prime plasma.
One night, Buddy had found a weird discovery in the basement of his new home. Upon doing some moving in the basement, he found something that he had not seen prior to the move-in.
Whew.
He found a stolen cemetery wreath.
He's a
This
tier
made
1
partial
camper
sense
and tier
because
1
the town
Brad.
cemetery was in walking
Prime
distance of the
Grand and
house.
Resub Toto.
Buddy was aggravated with the activity going on in his new home, so out of anger, he snapped the cemetery wreath, and in his own words, "When I snapped the wreath, every dog in that town started howling. There must have been 20 dogs all howling at the same time. I was scared to death."
My god.
After that, the activity worsened, and they had no choice but to move. It seemed the activity followed them to every house they went to. Recently, they've had some of the worst experiences in this apartment they currently live in. Buddy and his wife, who I'll call Pam, have been repeatedly followed by some kind of entity. They decided to set up a phone recording for the night and try to capture anything that might seem paranormal.
Yeah, where is
as evidence
it?
That they weren't crazy. What Buddy found
Is
on
it
the
by the
phone was
Minecraft
horrifying.
character on the
He
wall?
woke up at 3 to review some footage and found a 5-second video that had been taken after the previous recording had stopped. Keep in mind, they have no pets, no children that live with them, no TV or radio was on at the time, and both Buddy and Pam were in bed when this happened. You can clearly see something pick up the phone and a female voice speak into it. I can assure you that is not Pam's voice or any other voice that they're familiar with. Everyone thinks it says, "Did you tell Daddy to rape me?" But you guys take a listen for yourself and come to your own conclusion.
Hey, whoa.
You tell Daddy you rape me?
Almost
Holy
a night
shit.
After this recording, one of Buddy and Pam's daughters died from an overdose. She was 30 years old,
What?
and 7 months pregnant, and a mother of 4, getting ready to be 5. Could this video have something to do with it? We don't know. But if it is a coincidence, then it sure is one hell of a scary one.
Alright. Wow, that was nuts. Whew, that was a lot. God damn. Thanks to tier 1 Danley and the resub Josh. You think paranormal videos will go extinct as technology advances? They already fucking have. Like, technology... You can't find things that record this shitty anymore. You have to go out of your way to find awful materials to record in this low quality. The shit already has gone extinct. None of it's believable. So as long as people want to believe something, they will. Doesn't matter about technology. I'm just gonna give sub Reaper and Ambuslamba. Or the gift sub Reaper and Ambuslamba. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tassix. Well, I mean, it's fine, man. You've been more than generous. Thanks to bits Toto and Num Num. Can we watch sex? Maybe later. And I like Grand Illusions. It was hiding in the closet. What are you talking about? Are you just memeing, or do you actually believe those things, Laser? Let's suspend disbelief for a moment. If you do believe those things, have you thought about the possibility that what was actually in the closet was his friend who knocked back? The door never opened. You couldn't see who was on the other side of that door. Is there a world in which people want attention and would perhaps fake a scary video for views? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think maybe it's plausible. Thanks to the Prime Chips. Oh, thanks to Tier 1 Raiderific. Have you ever watched Real Sleep? I think so. Someone recommended that a while ago, I think. Every time we go down, like, the haunted, scary videos, I always ask if anyone has anything that, like, convinced them of the paranormal or, like, scary shit like that being real. But no one's hit me with anything, like, believable yet, you know? Does anyone have anything? Is it Tier 1 Mushy? Yeah, we've done the exploration stuff, Rallo. It's just kind of boring, though. Ancient history conspiracy? Well, perhaps in a minute. Oh, it was a suggestion. It was hiding in the closet. Oh god. A life of luxury again, eh? I mean, I respect the effort that goes into it, that's for sure. But I think one of these is enough. Her son can't stop growing at night. That's probably plenty. I have seen that Soul Eater. And yes, I watch Implement. All good, Gothic. I just meant like videos. Watch Bloodborne lore. Nah, man, not tonight. Thanks for the prime, Fancy Frog. Thanks for the gift sub, Mushy. Didn't we do American Dream Mall before? Thanks for the prime. Moot. Whew. Thanks for the resub. Hodolage Gaming. Paranormal Activity 4, Please Don't Hurt Me scene. Thanks to the Prime Friendly and the gift sub Wheela. This is how we trip. Oh, hey, it's Kyle. I haven't seen this video in a long time. Now he's on SNL. Ooh. Thank you, Wanderer, for the 25 gift subs, bro. Thank you for the generosity. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Wanderer. I hope you've been well. God damn, man. Thank you for the generosity. Thanks to the resub Waldo Life. We watched Call of the Wild Men. It's okay. Thanks to the Prime Russell and the 5 Linen. Queel Theory. We've seen the Queel. Well, I've seen Queel Theory. That's the burger thing, right? Exit Tier 1, Michael is my name. Killdozer is amazing. Such a crazy story. Scratched by Angry Demon at 3 a.m. Okay. Oh my god. These aren't even fun. They're just fucking hard to sit through. Thanks to Tier 1 OG Trash Man. Watch it, please. Nope. Yeah, honestly, at this point, we can just do Defunct Land. Fuck it. That suggestion was so bad, I'm ready to just go to a staple. Where's the Epcot? Oh, here it is. Thanks to give some Ghost. Yep, watched it earlier, Game Hog. And we're not usually looking for parodies, Shadow Dragon. Oh. He's a Tier 1 Wellborn Ace and Tier 1 Comrade Bob. Damn, this intro is wild. Epcot kind of fucking sucks.
Once in a
Not a
lifetime
big fan.
opportunity for everyone who participates. Speaking for myself and the entire Disney organization, we're ready to go right now.
Wasn't that a dream? Doesn't that stagger you? Our corporation is dedicated to making Walt Disney's dream a reality, but it cannot be done without the help of you people here.
I don't know what chair this is.
This is Roy Disney on February 2nd, 1967. He is speaking to an audience of over 900 people in Winter Park, Florida. This group of business leaders, politicians, and members of the press had just sat through the first public screening of what would become known as the Epcot film.
Yes.
This 25-minute film was the final notable on-screen appearance of Walter Elias Disney. Walt had passed less than 2 months before the first screening of the film, on December 15th, 1966, at the age of 65.
I don't know about
The
that,
project
Gothic.
he was proposing in the
Maybe.
Epcot film was his
Thanks
most
for
ambitious
slam.
dream. It was the culmination of his life's work. 65 years
not
of a
really,
man's
Will.
life. That's a lot to try to get into a presentation. But it's not enough to listen to what Walt Disney said. It is important to understand who he was. What was the last thing that he
madman.
planned? Maybe Epcot, his last project, would reveal something about him. The world was still mourning the loss of the storyteller, the loss of the character, the death of Uncle Walt. All they saw was a big American, one of the biggest. But how was he any different than Ford, or Hearst, or John Doe? He was as loved and as hated and as talked about as any person in his time. But when he came to die, he had something on his mind called Epcot. What does it mean? It deserves investigation. Epcot.
That's pretty
Its
big.
origins and its fate. Certainly, it must turn out to be
Do you believe he's
a
frozen?
very simple thing.
No.
For most of its development, Walt's Epcot project was top secret, with only a select few people within
All you
Walt
do in
Disney
Epcot is
Productions
walk
aware of
around.
its
Yep.
existence. One of these people was Harrison Buzz Price. Price first
Food
met
and
Walt
Wine
Disney
Festival's
in
kinda cool, though.
1953, when
That's about
Price
it.
was employed at the Stanford Research Institute, an economic development research firm. Price conducted the initial feasibility study for Walt's amusement park concept, Disneyland,
Reason 5 gift
and
subs
Walt and
careless.
Price maintained a
The
great working
resub
relationship
fly-jaded.
throughout the process.
Thank
This
you.
was largely due to the way in which Price communicated with Walt about his ideas. Price quickly learned that Walt needed to be told no. Many of Walt's ideas were risky, and some saw them as ridiculous and impossible. His older brother Roy, who was in charge of the company's finances, was often put in the position of pushing back on Walt's ambition, which put a constant strain on their relationship. Price knew to always say yes to Walt's ideas first before diving into the project's
Thanks, resub rolling.
constraints.
And
This
I'm not
simple
sure
yet
Tassos.
ingenious strategy led to a partnership between the two that would last over a decade. And any time Walt was considering a new construction project, he would call upon Price to do a feasibility study. In 1957, 2 years after Disneyland opened, Walt hired Price to do a study for a new project that he was calling the City of the Arts.
Epcot's getting a
or
redo
7 Arts
soon?
City. The
Good.
City of the Arts
They
would
should
be a
add
combination of a
good
shopping
food to the
district,
restaurants
an art school,
to start.
and most interestingly, a planned community. The City of the Arts would
That
be a
shit
functioning
sucks.
city of artists and art students, living, working, and showcasing their creations to visitors. It would feature restaurants, shops, and model homes. Price was tasked once again with determining a location, while Walt began planning his community of artists. Walt believed that one of his best abilities was to bring people, especially creative people, together. He often thought that he knew what was best for the people that worked for him, and that he had the answers to their problems. For instance, when Walt built his new animation studio in Burbank in 1939, he designed every aspect of the space to create a perfect creative environment. Walt even considered placing apartments at his Burbank studio for his
Ooh.
animators to live in,
That'd be
because he
cool.
believed that they would enjoy the convenience and that it would result in better work.
Yeah, you
This
just
was an
head over to Walt
objectively
and say
terrible
hi.
idea,
Oh.
even without living on the lot. Many of Walt's animators grew frustrated with Walt's philosophy and business practices, and his resistance to this criticism led to the infamous studio strike in 1941. This did not dissuade Walt from his City of the Arts project and the idea of building a community of artists, something Walt felt that he was already good at, minus that one time that it went horribly wrong.
Walt
Despite
was
Walt's
good at a lot of
confidence in
things.
himself, over time, the City of the Arts concept was reduced to an innovative art school, dropping the planned community aspect. The City of the Arts would eventually evolve into the California Institute of the Arts, or as it is popularly known, CalArts. Walt shepherded the project both financially and creatively, with Price at his side. Price watched Walt design his university with a level of vigor that matched and at times surpassed his effort to build Disneyland. At one point, Walt explained to Price, quote,
What does this have to do with
"This is the
Epcot?
thing that I'm going to
I
be
don't care about him
remembered
making a
for."
university.
It was clear to Price that even in
So he wanted to scam
1958,
people.
at the age of 57, Walt had legacy on his mind. Death, however, was not. On one occasion, Price presented some statistics that Walt had not requested, related to mortality rates. Walt exploded on
gives
Price for
give
bringing
sub
up the
RSA
subject
and
of death.
resub
Afterward,
Pulpinator
Imagineer
and
Herb
Prime
Ryman
Grim.
explained to Price, quote, "Death is not an acceptable topic." If Walt was ever satisfied with staking his legacy in Cal Arts, the feeling was fleeting. As the 1950s came to a close, Walt was conflicted with the public image that he was creating.
This isn't
He was the
very
great storyteller,
interesting
great
like I thought it would
distractor,
be.
But Walt was not content with this. His personal heroes were titans
I just
of
don't care about
industry,
Walt.
such as Henry Ford. He wanted to be remembered in a similar vein, as a contributor to the great American society.